Welcome. Today I'm going to be playing Costa Rica, Reveal the Rainforest. And we're going to be playing with my buddy Manta and my buddy Ridley today. This game can have up to 5 players. I've got 3 today. And the game is for ages 8 and above. But as long as your kids are not at the age of putting things into their mouths, I think just about anybody could play this game. It's super easy and really fun. And anybody can win because it really just comes down to the randomness of what you're going to find in this rainforest. Now, there are 3 types of tiles in this rainforest, in this game. You have the forest, you have the mountain, and you have the swamp. Now, you have a starter player token here, or score mat, if you will, that tells you a bunch of different things. On this one, it tells you that at the end of the game, if you manage, let's see if I can get that better, there we go. If you can manage to find the jaguar, the toucan, the red-eyed tree frog, the iguana, I think that's an iguana, the beetle, and I think that's a capuchin monkey. If you're able to find all 6 of these animals, at the end of the game, you'll get 20 points. If you're one off, you won't get any points for the 20 points. You won't get some like midway amount of points. You have to find all 6, at least one of all 6, to get 20 points for that. But then at the end of the game, for every animal here, let's say you found 6 monkeys. That would be worth 3 points at the end of the game. Let's say you found 10 beetles. That would be worth 4 points at the end of the game. Let's say you found the red-eyed tree frog and you found... oh, sorry. My bad. Reverse that. So let's say you found 3 capuchin monkeys. You would get 6 points. Okay? Had a dyslexic moment there. Okay, let's say you found 6 beetles. You'd get 21 points for the 6 beetles. So these animals here work for all of these here. And if you find more than 7 animals, you'll still only score 28 points for that animal. So that's the object of this game. Trying to find as many animals as you can and get as many points as you can. And obviously, if you find only one of a particular animal, it's only going to give you 1 point. So that's something to note. Now on this side here, it will tell you a bunch of different things. If you look at the very top, it tells you that that's a mountain and that the 2 animals that you'll find most often in a mountain are the jaguar and the toucan. It also tells you the this here on the right is a warning. If you find 2 mosquitoes on your journey, and you'll automatically lose both of the animal tiles that have mosquitoes on them, and your journey will end with whatever animals you have, if any at all. But it tells you here that the mosquitoes are most common in the mountains. The wetlands, they are common a little bit, and in the forest, there's only a few of them. So the chances of you running into a mosquito in the forest is slim to none. Wetlands, it is pretty good, and mountain, half of the time, you'll probably run into a mosquito, chances are. It also tells you that in the forest, you'll find the monkey and the beetle, and you'll find the frog, obviously, and the iguana in the wetlands, and the toucan and the jaguar in the mountains, most likely. So that's something to note. And then it tells you, here it just tells you, another cool thing about the tiles is sometimes some of the tiles will have 2 animals on it. So if it has 2 animals on a tile, it tells you the chances of you finding animals with 2 animals on it. And so it's, that's just telling you that you'll most likely find a lot of animals in the mountains with 2 animals on it. Same thing with the wetlands, about half of the time, and very little with the forest. So very often you'll only get one animal in the forest. But chances are when you reveal a mountain tile, there'll be 2 animals on the tile. So that's really cool. So that's a good way of getting some extra points, because some of these tiles will have more than 1 animal on it. So that's really cool. And that's basically all you need to know about the scoring and the chances of encountering. So then, on your start of your turn, you will pick one of these spots to start at. As the player who's leading the expedition, you'll take this nice expedition token and you will put it down where you'll start your journey. Then you'll flip over the token to reveal what animal is underneath. Then you have a decision to make. You can decide that that's all you want and take that one animal, which is highly unlikely, unless you unluckily find a mosquito on the first try, which is possible. And then, if you decide you do not want the animal, then you have to let the other people in your expedition here decide if they want to take the animal and run. And so, sometimes you will lead an expedition and you'll get a bunch of animals shown and you'll say, I want to keep going, and another player will be like, nope, I think I'll take all those animals and go. And so when that happens, then the remaining Costa Ricans will continue their journey where they left off later on. And then at that location where they ended up, the player who took all those animals and left will no longer be able to have any say or lead any expeditions from that location, wherever they end up after they're done. So that's really cool. And if it comes down to you being the only player left, then you can just keep going and going and going until you run into a couple of mosquitoes to stop you. So that's really cool. And so there have been times where I have been by myself and I would be like boom, 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 and get 20 tiles before I run into 2 mosquitoes. It is possible. That could happen. It has happened to me. So that's really cool. So obviously, you want to try to accomplish that. Now, there's another thing to note. Sometimes you can cut off Costa Ricans on another path. You see, this path here where these Costa Ricans are at, if somebody was, if they wanted to be mean, or if they just wanted to be strategic, because they didn't have a Costa Rican over here anymore, if they went all the way down the line and took this tile away, then these Costa Ricans, their journey would be done, because they can no longer reach any areas that can reveal the rainforest. So if they were further in and they were cut off by any tiles they were nearby, they would be, in a sense, their journey would end. Now, sometimes what will happen is you will reveal sections of the rainforest and you'll cut off a huge section from the main area. And if there are still Costa Ricans that can reach that section, then that's all they'll have access to, is that tiny little section that was cut off from the main area. So that also can happen too. And so you'll see all these things happen most likely at some point in time. All right, so in the next video, we will get started playing. And I'm going to go first. So, all right, see you guys in the next video.